Oh, hello, Kitten and Mags. How is you guys be doing? I guess that means you're doing good.
Boo! You stink!
Vagsmicious. Well, I hope you figure it out soon, Kitten. I am without heat. Maybe Georgie will show up and spoon with me. Bro, I don't know what's going on with the weather, man. One day it's 70 degrees, and the next day it's back to fucking 20. Insane. Jeez, you guys seen the shit about the deficit? $31 trillion. If I achieved world peace? Bruh. No. If I had achieved world peace, money wouldn't exist anymore. Yeah, you'll get over it. Shit, time heals all wounds. That's one thing I realized about relationships. You always get over it. Just takes time. Sometimes takes longer than others, but eventually it doesn't matter anymore. I could buy quite the lot of cookies with $31 trillion. Well, Max, since you asked, nothing else. Nothing's been very different. I've been working a lot. I took my daughters to a father-daughter dance yesterday. We're going to see Disney on Ice today. You know, I've been planning to sell my house, so that's like the big thing right now. I'm trying to fix my cars and my house so that I could sell them all when the summer time comes around. You know what also heals those wounds? Getting fucking railed. Wow, you've been talking to Georgie. Where am I moving to? Like, literally another part of Ohio. Hello. Just another part of Ohio. Maybe like an hour north of where I'm at now. See, I can't leave, Mags. Hello, Fang. How are you? Fang, you never gave me an entrance to use. I just realized that. Yeah, I can't leave Ohio because I'm divorced and I have kids. So we are both stuck where either one of us, we both have to leave. If we don't both leave, we're both stuck here. And she doesn't want to leave, so I can't go anywhere until the kids are of age. I want to live in New York. I want to go back to New York. I don't think my wife will go for New York. She'll probably stay in Ohio, but I want to live in New York again. New York is awful? No. Okay. There are parts of New York that are awful, alright? I don't want to go to the awful part. Like, I don't want to live in the fucking city. I don't want to live in New York City. I'm not stupid. That's like living in fucking Chicago. I mean, you're just asking to die. Yeah, I don't know where else I'd want to go. Pick somewhere further west in the Midwest. Yeah, I don't know. I've always lived East Coast. I'm scared to go west. I guess because I've always lived up and down the entire East Coast. God, and I guess I think to myself, what if it's worse? What if it's worse out west? All right. So I did all the side quests. I built a bunch of weapons. I did a bunch of shit. So like we can continue with the story, and I'm like 10 levels higher than I was. Maybe the story will be easier. Maybe it fucking won't. Who knows? But yeah, I'm taking my wife and daughters. We're going to see Disney on Ice. Around like it starts at like 7. It's Frozen and Encanto, so. You have to have a good tracker to help navigate the harsh wilds. Maybe I could just pick Jamie up and have him show me. Ooh, look at that. Look at the color palette change. I like that. Why is it doing that? I'm okay with this. It's like, I remember back in those days, and then it's like, shoo, and now you're in a flashback immediately.
Hey, are we gonna get going or what?
Oh, shut the fuck up, Law. Dylan on his trek, family just behind, hitting that dusty trail. Then a pack of wolves come along, and Dylan becomes alpha of the pack, and then moves into the caves alongside the pack. But Artis is only Wii. That's not West. He's a Nintendo Wii.
Mahavar? I can't believe you're still alive.
Of course I am. If you
How have you guys been? How's your weekend so far?
Ship alive, ain't no reason an old sea dog like me wouldn't too.
Yeah, but that wave hit hard. I'm glad to see you're okay. Sorry we put you in so much danger back there.
It's
All
awful.
water under the bridge at this point. You helped make one of my life's dreams come true. The ship, on the other hand, she took a bit of
Just
a
get it
beating,
fixed,
though,
bro.
I'll
Why
admit.
can't you get it fixed?
Really? What happened to it? It looks fine to me on the outside.
Can you not afford it? Is there no one
Fine
available?
now, but she was in real
I'd fix
shape
it for
when we
you.
made it back here.
When I was renting out my other house, I had to learn how to fix that shit because it was either learn how to fix the heater myself or pay some guy $2,000 to do it. So I paid $150 for the part I needed, and I did it myself.
To the head honcho of the Dark Wings and see if he could help at all.
But I'm also very like mechanically inclined. I can take something and then like figure it out.
Renan?
And the beat keeps running. Hey AJ, what's up, man?
Said they came from Menancia.
It's another
Real
weekend.
professionals.
Another weekend standing in
What
my
they needed
bedroom
to and didn't
spinning.
give me guff or anything. I was damn near floored.
Mechanically inclined is literally a mechanic.
did the
Well,
work
I mean,
themselves.
before I was a
They
mechanic,
did
I
a
was
bang-up
mechanically
job, but
inclined.
she's better than ever
Like
now.
before I even started working
Speaking
on
of
cars,
which,
I was just able to,
she's why you're
you know,
here.
fix things, put things
We can get
together,
out on the ocean
and I love
fast.
doing it.
When can
I gotta
we
tell you a
get
story.
there?
When I was cause fuck these guys, no one cares what they're talking about. When I was about
It's all right,
10,
lady. I'm a man of the sea.
I would take
Gladly.
apart
Hop aboard,
my
folks.
64 controllers, and I would put putty in the bowls so that they would ride a little bit better when I would spin them. Had to get it diagnosed, which took a couple days. Then learned it's botched. Then went part scavenging to find out the part itself was $500. At that point, buy another heater. Wait, what kind of heater is it? Is it like an actual furnace heater, or is it just like one of those little, like, radiator type things in a bedroom? I did grow up with Bionicles. Yeah, Fang, I did. I had two. I had the white one that was like ice, and then I had the water one. I was in South Carolina when I had the white one. I loved taking things apart as a kid, but I always just broke shit. Went to buy it today, and the guys basically said I have to schedule to have them move it from the warehouse to the store. It's a furnace. Raheem Criterion 2. Yeah, so what happened with my furnace was there's a fan inside the furnace, which just that's literally all it does. It was an induction fan. It would suck in the heat and then put it into the system to blow it. So I had to replace that fan because the bearing in it broke, and then it just like really loud, and it wasn't doing its job anymore. So I had to take the gas lines apart to get to it, and then I just replaced that fan.
Possible they don't see us as a threat.
What do you mean?
That they think they're beyond our reach. Still, this structure is quite the
Yeah, Fang, I was in South Carolina when I got that. All right.
Seen anything like it.
You're right. It doesn't look like the buildings on Lenegis at all. Or like any Renan structure for that matter.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like the kind of thing that has people inside either. Yeah, it's definitely something creepy. What the hell is it even made of?
I don't know. It's not mechanical or
Mechanical. We were just talking about that. You mean the white bionicle? That's right. Sorry, I'll stop at this direction of jokes. Making fun of rednecks? Wow, Fang. Jeez. I will tell you, fucking everyone in South Carolina is a redneck. I hated it there.
biological.
I could not stand people saying y'all so much. Like, the word does not bother me. I personally don't use it in, like, conversation, but hearing everyone say it every 5 seconds made me borderline crazy.
Shion?
What's wrong with it's just it's when you say it all the fucking time, it's just annoying. It's an annoying word.
Well, what do we do now?
We have to stop this thing from siphoning off all of Dana's astral energy. That means finding the core and smashing
Like,
it to
saying it
bits.
every once in a while does not bother me, but when everyone around you says it in every single sentence,
Good point.
it's like, please shut the fuck up.
Around us? Any kind of a sign?
There's a rather enormous
You
flow of energy
could
in
say
the
you
direction.
guys,
If we wish to follow it, we'll have to do some climbing.
my boys, you dudes. There's so many different ways instead of just saying that fucking word. Dylan is one yeehaw away from being a redneck. Well, there was the yeehaw.
Over there?
Hey, what's up with you?
And it's used for, like, y'all, as in you, even sometimes. Yeah, no, that was the other thing, is that people there would, like, just in reference to one person, they would say that. And then it's like, stop. You've taken it too far.
A voice?
You're taking liberties you shouldn't take.
Yeah. I couldn't make out any words, but it sounded like it wanted me to come to it.
Oh, this is just Frozen, right?
This seems like a trap, right?
It's not a trap.
See, I don't do that. That's stupid. Yet they can't use they, them as pronouns?
When it spoke to me, I knew it wasn't hostile.
My pronouns are now ye, y'all.
What do you think?
It could well be a trap. However, it's also our only real option short of wandering aimlessly about.
Let's trust Rinwell on this.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, ye is copywritten. Yeah, I can't use that as you can't use that as a pronoun.
What did I say? Sheesh, it's like walking on eggshells around here.
Sheesh.
Sometimes you have to choose your words more carefully, Law.
Huh? Oh, Right.
I think ye applies to 5 different things now. All right, so yeah, bro. Look at this. I wanna talk about this party real quick. As far as like combat goes, Kisara's useless. She's useless. Like she's only good for her like attack for blocking people, but otherwise, she really just shouldn't be in the party. They like every other option is better to have her as a 4th member.
It's noisy in here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is noisy in here. Have you heard my chat? They are some noisy motherfuckers. Wait, what about Diddy Kong? Diddy Kong is forced to use he/they. Imagine. This looks like a proper final dungeon. Is at least Kistar is useful for fishing. Is fishing still useful? No, not really. I don't really need money anymore. Is this the end of the game? Maybe. Okay, well, you've seen me play all the Tales games before, right? Or like you've seen the endings of them. You know how there's always the boss, and then you beat the boss, and then there's a secret boss. Well, we've crossed into secret boss territory. So now we've introduced that there's a secret boss that wasn't actually the final boss. So I'm assuming we're in the final end of the game. The wedge. That's a... I remember when I got bullied in school, that's what they called me.
I see that the interior of the wedge is every bit as strange and unusual as the exterior. Intriguing.
Interior crocodile alligator.
Come from Lenegis.
It's like the Deku tree mixed with Jabu Jabu.
With this place.
I've usually been doing stuff when you've been streaming recently because like JRPGs have to ascend past the material world. Always, yeah, because that's how it always ends, fighting God. This area does. This is the first dungeon that I've liked. Like it does look good. I'm really liking it.
Retreat if you know what's good for you. Come one, come all.
Eat treats if you know what's good for you.
Leave the agile one to me. Leave the ensnaring to me.
It's a farmer. I got a farmer outfit from a side quest, so I gave her that. I really liked it. I put it on everybody because everyone can wear it, and it looks best on her. And I was like, yeah, you know, this is fine. It did look. I almost put on Kisara, but then I couldn't see her ass, and I was like, then her whole character development's out the window when you cover her ass like that.
What our friends say.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you were here for this, Fang, but I found a fucking stupid broken thing that Law has. He has how do I access it? That's it. It's this. Yeah, I can fucking heal myself. Yeah. It's stupid broken. That's such a broken thing for me to have with the ability to dodge that he has. I wish I had paid attention to have. It does use cure points though, so it's not too bad.
Let me take a look at it.
Let me look at it. Alphin's tripping over his own cock and balls. Let me look at it. More treasures. It's like the first dungeon to actually have treasures in it. Like, I just got in. Every other one is like only the castles would have like treasures in them. Large demi-human talon. Bye, jellyfish. So I think I have 60. I have 67k. So money
enemy. It's shining.
money is still an issue, but it's not as prevalent as it was. I even like had enough money to be able to buy those happy bottles, which I'm out of. I was using those to grind.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Armor won't save
I
you.
shall ensure you survive this.
This one's mine. This one's
Hit of cure points just makes me angry. Playing Bayonetta lately in the game is like, oh yeah, just never get hit, idiot. We're not gonna heal you. In fact, we're gonna shame you if you heal. Or a Minish Cap being cheap on giving you hearts. It's so stingy on healing, it sucks. If you get less points at the end for healing, and healing is super expensive, it's super... Are you talking about this game, or Bayonetta? You're talking about Bayonetta, right? Yeah.
looks like we won.
So as far as this game is, it gets better near the end, but it only gets better if you go out of your way. Like I said before, you have to really do all the side quests and all the extra content in the game. If you don't, you're gonna regret it, because I have 552 cure points. I have those cure points because I fought a bunch of extra bosses. Every time you defeat an extra boss, you get plus 10. So maybe 80 of that is from beating those bosses. And you also get artifacts from the side quests that make the game easier wholeheartedly. And you can get better at this game, but there's a ceiling. Like, when you get good at this game, it doesn't really count for most bosses, because some of the bosses will just trounce your asshole anyway because they have cheap shotting attacks. And there's really nothing you can do about it. You just have to be able to heal through it or tank through it. So yeah, I had to upgrade all of my equipment like every step of the way. Fish so I had enough money. Had to chain battles together to be able to actually get experience. It's like in old JRPGs, they gave you get into a fight, right? You get into a fight. What happens when you win the fight? You get experience, which levels you up and gives you skill points that you could use to increase the tree. You got money, so you could buy stuff. Sometimes you would get rare drops, be it an item, a piece of equipment, and whatnot. So like in this game, instead of tying all that to fighting, they took everything and was like, this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. So fighting nets you skill points, and you do get items still, but you get better items for exploring. So items are tied to exploration, slash the shop system like it usually is. Battles are tied to experience and skill points, and Gald is tied to practically everything else. So doing side quests, fishing, and all that. And it really sucks, because I don't want to do the side quest, you know? And this game just makes it to where you have to play everything. Which in theory sounds like a good idea.
Stop memorizing my move.
But there are people who don't like to explore. There are people who don't like to explore. There are people who don't like to hear the characters fucking talking every 5 seconds. Like, it's so hard. It's so hard to have a commentator, like, you know, opinion of this game, because this game is talking 90% of the fucking time. When I'm not in battle, when I'm in battle, obviously in cutscenes, the game is always talking. They are always fucking talking. This party will not shut the fuck up. I'm honestly sick of hearing their voices. Have you paid attention to the battles? Have you paid attention? Like, I know we kind of just drown it out, and like a lot of games like do that. This one does it so bad that they cut each other off. Like, they cut each other off a lot. Ice Healer Idiot in Vesperia. Can't remember his name. Ice Healer Idiot? I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Oh, wait. No, I do know who you're talking about. I don't know his name either. Also, the fact that random QTEs will just immediately game over if you don't do... I think it's Alexei, right? Is that him? If you possession of probably can spam his healing, just grinding numbers. So fighting is not the main or only thing. I mean, I can see benefits and detriments to this versus the prior system. If you only like battling, it sucks. But if you like doing the extra stuff, then it always rewards you. See, and that's true. So, like, I'm having, like, a mid experience with this game. I don't hate it. I really do like the combat. It's fun, but the combat is, like, it's in the background so much. Like, I never get to play the combat. And then when you think you, like, get to use the skill for combat, the bosses become so cheap and spongy that it's not fun anymore because you're fucking banging these buttons for like 30 minutes and then you're like fucking exhausted after the fight. It's an unfortunate end to your Tales marathon. I know. I should have went backwards. Would you like the talking more if you weren't streaming, or is it just that annoying? It's that annoying! No, I was playing it by myself and that's when I noticed it. When I stream, I notice it less, but when I'm playing by myself, it's so irritating. Characters are just shouting a ton. This game is for some reason worse. Like, hold on a second. Like, I mean, just pay attention. Pay attention to this fight. I'm gonna be quiet. Just listen to them. It was like, what was that? Does it say the time? That was 28 seconds. That was 28 seconds. And see, the difference between the other games is when you fight, in like every other Tales game, when you do an ability is when they say it. And they're like, you know, rending fang, demon fang. Like, it's when you use the art. In this game, not only do they talk when they use the art, they fucking just talk and won't shut up. If it's in the sky, it's mine! I'll break through that armor! I can't believe this thing is charging at us! That's what my shield is for! Shut the fuck up! I've been playing this game for 45 hours. I know! Please shut the fuck up! I just picture Xenoblade when they just shout every attack name constantly. I kind of just tune that stuff out. I mean, yeah, like when I stream, it's like really a background thing. But like I said, when I played by myself, I was like, what the? Please stop. Please just shut up. They just kept going with it. I'm like, ah. And then it's like they're overlapping each other so much, like you don't know what's going on anymore. I feel like this is how a lot of Vesperia felt to me, especially when you have the pirate girl. What do you mean, like the talking and stuff? It's because you weren't used to it being a background thing. You didn't have stream to pay attention to. I think you can turn the voice audio off. Thank you, heroes. You can turn the voice audio off, but when you do that, then it's really like empty. Alright, so if I had to choose between emptiness and hearing them constantly, I'd rather hear them. See, Artist is living the meme right now. Artist is doing exactly what we were talking about. Hey, Artist. Yeah, I like the battling. The battling got much better after the halfway point. I feel like in the beginning, it tries to cuck you. It tries to cuck you so hard in the beginning that it makes you not want to go further, but once you get past that hump, the battling like kind of like crests upward where it gets more and more fun. But the boss battles never change. The boss battles almost always suck. They always suck, and they're usually cheap. As far as like the story, it's just so generic B-roll JRPG story. Everyone in the party's fallen in love with each other. everyone is like, you know, defeat the bad guys, collect the things, you know? How did you like or hate Lord 5? Wait, who was Lord 5? Was that mid-evolution Sephiroth?
This'll make us even more formidable.
I paid 55 CP for a revival ring. Water Sephiroth? So, I guess define how did I like or hate him? Like, did I like his overall, his combat, his story? Because there's, I don't know. His look I really appreciated. I thought he looked really fucking cool. He was really cool. His fight felt really powerful. I had a lot of fun in the fight. But as far as his, like, I don't know where we're at so far. As far as his story or anything about his character, I know nothing. He was just really cool. That's it. I don't know what to say about him other than that he looked cool and his fight was cool. Because I know nothing about him. Like, he literally just came out of nowhere, got his ass whooped the first fight and the second fight, and then died. I don't know. I mean, hopefully there's more. But out of all the lords I fought, he's my favorite. Water Sephiroth, he was my favorite to fight. Okay, yeah, no, he's my favorite to fight too. It was the only time I didn't feel like I was being bullshitted the whole time. Because he didn't really have any bullshit moves. It was all avoidable. And like, felt very skill-based. Like, I was able to dodge, I was able to avoid even his Mystic, when everyone else just kind of, like, hit you and fucking killed you. So it's intolerably mid? Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. I felt like it got more and more fun in Vesperia too. Some of the coolest things are gated until later, but you lack a lot of tools, making some characters feel unplayable. Yeah, I guess they just it gets really fucked in the beginning. What Eternia reference? What are you talking about? I felt on the ropes in his fight in a good way. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. I felt exactly the same way about it. Like, every other boss felt cheap except for him. His Mystic being Chazelle's. Someone else does it too in the series. Wait, the Ice Spear? Huh. Huh, I forgot about that. Look at that. You see how good I am at avoiding these motherfuckers? Yeah, the only reference I care about is if I could get a feel mommy's pain. I just want to hear someone say that again. I feel like I haven't heard it in so long. Sometimes you can jump in between them, and sometimes you can't run to the side of them.
I'm merely doing what I can.
Glad you're on us.
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf.
So, yeah, Fang, I don't think I'm not enjoying the game. Like, this... Honestly, going through the dungeons now, fighting stuff... Oh, yeah, he got his second Mystic, by the way. It's really cool. And I won't be able to get their last ones until I do a certain point of the story, it said. For everyone else. But yeah, I have a lot of fun doing these fights. These fights feel great. Because I was able to finally get a tiny bit ahead. And grind a little bit to get the items I need.
Must be easy to pick off the bad guys from far off.
It is. I mean, aside from adjusting
Oh, and the cure points. Fuck, the cure points, man.
for movement, wind speed,
Ah.
trajectory.
This game could have been so much better if they just got rid of the cure points. And you did it without getting any DLC. Yeah. I definitely didn't get any DLC. So this is more of a gameplay game versus a story game. And it's, I mean, I guess the problem is, if you play it at first, you wouldn't realize that because the gameplay doesn't feel good in the beginning. No, I didn't, Fang. I was just kidding. Like in the very beginning, it's so rough on the player that you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't get through this. Like, I had a really rough time because I didn't do any side quests, didn't do none, so I had 0 money, no extra skill points. Once I started getting skill points is when the battles started getting better. It's a lot like Vesperia. Vesperia has really, really good combat, but you have to unlock the combat. It's gated by levels, which makes sense in a sense of you have to get stronger to be able to use better things. But, like, you have to play through the game and level up a bit and have these hard-ass fights before you get the ability to fucking, like, do a rush sidestep and really hurt your enemy. Like, stuff like that.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! On your knees.
Like, I think Tales of the Abyss did that, too. In Tales of the Abyss, you can't sidestep or backstep until you unlock it, which makes the game fucking hard. You can't even free run until you unlock the ability to free run, and it makes it a nightmare. Like, it is so much harder. I fought the first boss on hard, and that's why it took so long, because I would have to fight him and then run backwards, and then hit him and then run backwards, and I wasn't able to, like, run all around the place until I leveled up enough. Makes sense in terms of player tutorials too, but like it makes the beginning really boring feeling with fights and could turn people away before it gets good. Other games at least balance it better than Arise, and that's what the issue with the game is overall. It's a balance thing. There's just not a good balance. Instead of there being like usually there's a good balance between like you could do the main story and the side quests and still feel not overpowered, but if you do every side quest, you're going to be super overpowered. So maybe go back to them later so you still have a bit of a challenge. Whereas this game is like, the only balance it has is where you have to do everything to be able to compensate the balance. You have to do everything to be on par with anything you're going up against.
Undeniable.
It feels invigorating to dominate a battle.
I was certain I saw you yawn.
Come now, I'm certainly not that relaxed.
But it feels like they're starting Tales over with very generic characters and storylines. Is just how it feels to me. Like they're like, you know, we got to reintroduce ourselves to the public, so like here's your typical shonen anime. Like Tales of Symphonia had like I feel like I'm trying to like compare them. It was similar, but I had more emotion to Symphonia. Do I think the next one will be better? It really depends. Half the team being new too, yeah. So Symphonia had like a lot of racism elements and like a lot of things going on. They really made me feel for the characters though. Like when Lloyd was banned from his village, like that actually made me feel something. Like, you know, and he also fucked up. So there was like this kind of like contrasting feeling I had, which made me, you know, it made it interesting. It made that character interesting to me. I wanted to see where he went. I wanted to see what he would do. Fuck Genis. No one likes Genis. And then in this game, you start with our hero, and he's just a slave. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm a slave. I don't feel anything. It's like, whatever. And, like, you just kind of, like, end up in a resistance, and it's like, what? It just, I don't know. It happens so fast, and it just feels like the way a lot of shit starts. So it didn't really feel like new. It did make me care about our nameless protagonist with amnesia, which is like also like 90% of I don't know what to do now story. And then once the characters have their arc, they kind of fade away. I mean, Law was like a pretty big, you know, thing, you know, during his whole dad arc. And then after that, it was just kind of like, meh, you know. He's in the party. He's got a thing for Rinwell. Rinwell had her racism arc, and I guess she's got a little something going on now with something that's calling to her. I don't know, but that's more than anyone else has got. Dohalim just shows up in the story. Kisara just shows up when Dohalim shows up. And otherwise, it's like, you know. It's funny, because Fantasia had the opposite problem. In Fantasia, the first Tales game, the protagonist, Cress, whatever you want to call him, he didn't get, like, enough of the spotlight. Like, he was just constantly being overshadowed by all the other characters. And then it was just like, oh, dang, well, there goes that hero. This game isn't going to make you cry at the end. I mean, it won't make me cry because of the story, I don't think, but it'll make me cry probably because I've spent 2 fucking years playing these games. Freya syndrome? I don't know what that is. What is Freya syndrome?
I have a bad feeling about this.
I can carve through. I shall ensure you survive this.
Glacier Spear, pure evil. Where are you going?
Eat dirt and burn in hell. Okay. There's a lot of characters named Freya. I know who you're talking about, yeah. The huntress girl, like in the very beginning of the game. Freya's a character in Frosty Night. She's really important up until like just after the second disc starts. Then, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Well, when you said Freya, I was like thinking like, what the heck? I was like, there's so many Freyas, because I mean, there's Valkyrie Profile Freya. God damn it. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. She just, yeah. I don't even think she's on the cover of the game.
That equipment should come in handy.
Ah, this must be a British coat. Damn, look at that. I got this diamond vest from doing the training grounds. That sucks too. They call it the fucking training grounds. Like, come on, dude. Call it the Coliseum, you son of a bitch. Oh, check it out. I got the pencil. Oh my god, it's Artist! Oh! Artist is in this game! It's the first 4 in Amaranth, yeah. Well, is it the 4? Cause it's I think it's Zidane, Vivi, the Night Guy. I always forget his name, and Amaranth. So I think it's just no women. Just no women on the cover. Steiner, that's his name. I have the box. Oh look, Dark Souls bosses. That's what my shield is for. My shield to protect you. Garnet is there? Okay. Just not our favorite Rat Lancer. You know, I think I remember, because isn't she like this? She's like doing that thing.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind it.
The shield is my ass.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
This is for Kina. Amaranth has... No, really, none. Absolutely none. Like, even... I think I played through the game and then looked at the cover one day and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Who even is this? Like, I had no idea. And then I played through the game, and I was like, oh, wait, it's that guy. The, like, last guy to show up in the party who doesn't get any use. Because he's, like... I'm pretty sure he's, like, super under-leveled from everybody when you get him. I don't know. I remember something like that. I just remember he wasn't a usable character at the time you got him. Like, so late in the game. I would have preferred to have Blank. Love that guy.
I can carve through armor.
I'm grateful.
It's time to finish this. Die! Consuming wildfire!
Yeah. I like Blank. I've always liked Blank. He's always a super cool character to me. Have you seen his like render? Like what his official render looks like? It's so fucking cool. He's just like this stitched together ragdoll. Such a cool fucking design that you just don't see even now.
Really make weapons with this?
Man, I'm really just gonna orange gel my way to fucking every treasure in this game. Heroes. That is the most Heroes thing you've ever said in this chat, Heroes.
We got some good equipment.
I can't say its appearance is to my tastes, personally.
What if it wasn't Blank or Amaranth, but Cinna? Cinnabar Island. Excuse me, I'm not fighting you. So many fucking ropers. You could probably also name Steiner Rusty for him to degrade himself along.
Funny. I could have sworn that was your stomach making all the racket.
Well, then Zidane wouldn't be as much of an asshole, right? They would just be cool. It would just be, he's just calling him by his nickname because they're best buds. Okay. I like that move, but the next time you see it, look at how fucking silly Law looks. When he runs so fucking close to the ground, it looks like one of those old Smash Bros videos, you know, the Brawl ones where like Pikachu has really long arms and legs and he just fucking like vibrates all over the place. That's exactly what that reminds me of. I think something that makes Steiner work really well is that he just doesn't like Zidane, but he gives it so much respect to Vivi. Yeah, that honestly, the Final Fantasy IX crew is probably of all the Final Fantasy games my favorite crew to see interact with each other. Because like, you know, like this, like look at this game. They're just like this like almost perfectly cohesive unit. They like have like one moment of like fighting each other or like issue and then like they're over it in like 5 seconds, and there's just like these constantly conflicting character types in that party, which makes it so much more interesting. It had skits. I really should play Final Fantasy 9. Honestly, I hear it's a to me, and I know there's other people who say this too, but to me, Final Fantasy 9 was the last great Final Fantasy.
Never miss. Come and get it. I'll run you through.
Incohesive. So like, and I know this game has skits that probably like that will flesh out the characters more, but it's not part of like the story, you know, that happens. Like you have to go out of your way to get the skits, and I already don't really watch the skits much. So like to put all of the character development into that, I really don't care. And like, you know, even if you watch it with this, with the mainline shit that happens, they feel like two different games most of the time.
Who needs a gun when you can send them flying?
Who needs a gun when you have bullets? Who needs a bullet when you have a penis? I didn't understand that last one myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my chat. Alright, you fat fucks. Run out of the way. Wait. Oh, it's a ladder. I think the last great Final Fantasy is probably 14. I'm currently making a Cloud... Did you get that from Watch Mojo, Fang? I'm currently making a Cloud Strife cosplay, so I really liked it. FF9 has to be pretty damn good to beat it. I mean, it really depends. It really depends on the person. It's like, I don't... A lot of people love Final Fantasy VII, and I don't. I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy VII. I really didn't like it. Hey, Discat, how are you? It has been a while, yeah. No, I just don't really like boy bands. Oh, look at this. I wonder if there's a boss fight in this room. What do you think, guys? Is there a boss fight? Vote now with money. Donate money now to vote. It's just like voting as an American. Alright, what are the best things? Easier over limit? Don't mind if I fucking do. Literally, if I see easier over limit, I take it. Faster AG recovery? Yes, please. Explosion! Clunky localization aside, I think the characters in FF7 are really great, and I think Cloud is super relatable to me. Another streamer I watch will bring up how she roleplays on FF14, and she always has to add, like, not those roleplays, and then Squishy enters the chat and is like, hey, I heard somebody say Final Fantasy 14 roleplays. Here I am. I've gone so long without getting spread there. That's so funny. That's like one of the first things you can get. I just completely ignored it. Our boy here is practically maxed out. Easier over limit, yes, and Void Flash. What's funny is Rinwell is actually my strongest character. I never have her play, but she always has the best equipment and armor. She has the best weapon, armor, stats. I don't know why. She just does. But I never put her in the party because she's too slow most of the time and she gets canceled out of her arts. I think now she has enough stuff to where she won't get canceled out. But I'm just so glued to the party I have. I really like them. I might swap her out for Alphen out for her if I do. And then we got Kisara here, who's pointless anyway, so. Let me save one more time. So she's basically kink-shaming Squishy. Yeah, no, that's true. FF14 is just too much game for me to want to pick up. Like, it's too big for me to devote my time to. That's what she said. Alright, guys, buckle up. Get ready for a 30-minute fight. Don't forget to save, Dylan. Shit! You know, the outfit that Shion is wearing makes her look like Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. Tell me I'm wrong.
Here?
It's here?
Yes. All the energy flowing through the wedge comes together and collects here.
Is that thing a Zoogle? Holy crap, it's huge!
A central core and a guardian?
Once we beat that thing, it'll stop the wedge from taking
Oh
in
shit,
any more
that's the
astral
thing
energy.
from Wind Waker, right? So we just gotta pour the Kakiri water on it. That's exactly what it is!
Here it comes. Stay sharp, everyone.
I think we fought this before. Didn't we fight something just like this before? We did. We fought something exactly like this before.
Machine or what? But I do know it's pissing me off!
Watch yourself.
This one's just got thorns.
Knowing what it's capable of.
Any other wisdom you want passed along?
Incantation ruined.
Well, Doalim, don't fucking stand where he's casting a million vine spells. Every time, this boss, but the same boss, but every time he attacks, it does the vine boom.
In a bind? Eat this! I'm sorry to be bothered.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am. Eat this!
Now I'm far enough!
Time flame!
I can do this all day!
Trouble!
Dust to dust!
Glacial spear! Evil! Blazer! Glacial spear! Here's evil!
Watch this!
I like that it just stopped attacking after that initial barrage.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Nope, that'd be silly. I can carve through all. We got the advantage.
Good. Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on it.
This one's mine!
Far enough. Shine. Radiant light. Some regeneration. Regenerate. Be still. Reflect on thy sin.
Did he just... I thought the game just froze there, like the boss just stopped fighting. Okay.
Give it a whirl!
I'll run you through. More circles?
Keep calm and take them down!
Eat this! Ready and
I should ensure you survive this.
This one's mine! Eat this! The enemy wields arcs too.
We'll soon see about that! Here's evil!
Denied!
I'll face you.
Confiscated!
First strike! Eagle ray! First strike! Death blossom! No further!
I never miss!
Eat this! Death blossom! Let me free you of the power. First strike! Dispel tectonic punch! Blow away! Reflect on thy sin. They smite with
This fight's going too smooth. It's gotta have a second form.
Eat dirt! I can carve through all!
Leap! Charge to me!
They're crumbling!
Now we beat the crap out of
Remind me to stay on your good side. Far enough!
First strike! Tectonic punch! Watch this! Blow away!
Alright, second form. Was that it? Oh. Okay. What a time for this game to surprise me like that. But the cutscene's not over yet. There's a ladybug on my cup.
It's too dangerous. Stay back.
So pretty. Rinwell would have got the dopey voice. I'm just letting everyone know. Why did they take so long to run in there? I guess they ran the wrong number since they ran in. What, did they just get, like, the fucking all of the knowledge in the world or some shit? Did they just, like, sit on the, what is it called? I forget what it's called in DC. There's, like, a throne that you sit on that gives you all the world's intelligence. Is that what just happened? The Mobius chair. It's funny, I was thinking Morbius.
Okay. Hey, are you crying?
I'm not the only one.
I heard it. Whatever it was, I heard it.
Why are they all crying? Alphen's not crying, because he has no eyes.
I'm not sure I'd call it a voice, but it was there.
What in the world just happened?
That was Dana's astral energy we just encountered. And I think what we heard might have been its voice?
You're saying astral energy has a mind of its own?
I haven't the slightest idea. But do you remember what happened when we fought Balsef?
Perfect. Balsef. I miss him.
Back in Calaglia?
You mean when that fire monster came out of the spirit vessel?
Exactly. There was such a huge overflow of astral energy, it caused a monster to spawn and take physical form. Maybe the same thing happened here, just with way more astral energy and a bigger monster.
Does that mean if you gather enough astral energy, it can become sentient or take a physical form?
That's what I'm guessing, but it's just speculation. Master cores are able to hold a lot more energy than a spirit vessel. But I haven't seen anything like that happen in our dealings with them.
To sense all that astral energy earlier must have been because it was too much for that Zoogle to contain by itself.
My Nindo.
So, then where do
My
you think
ninja
Zoogle
way
went?
is
All that energy and proof
contrived
gone.
plot
The
development.
Zoogle with it. Doesn't that sound weird to anyone?
Indeed it does. However, in order for us to move our hypothesis forward, we will need to gather more evidence first. On that note, how are you holding up, Rinwell?
I just can't work out why. Why the voice reached out to me first.
Because the voice is also
I
racist.
can't help but wonder if it's because of my heritage that I was the one to hear it. Sorry. That's a strange thing to think, isn't it? Anyway, we should get going, right? We need to make sure the energy flow has actually stopped.
So one of my favorite DC moments involves the Mobius chair. Batman sits in it, and like you can ask it a question. It has all the world's knowledge, so you can like sit in the chair, and then like you sit down and you'd be like, "Why am I gay?" And then it's like it tells you exactly why you're gay, and you're like, "No way." And Batman sits down in it and he asks why his penis is so small. I'm just kidding. He says, "Who is the Joker?" Or he asks it who killed his parents, and it says Joe Chill. And he's like, okay, so I know it's telling the truth. And he's like, who's the Joker? And he's like, the chair's like, which one? There's 3. And then he's like, oh!
All the way back down, too?
Yeah, but if anything, it should be easier than the climb up.
Really? Well then.
Actually, I've heard it's easier.
Ah, damn it.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Can't get out of this! Demon Fang! Demon freaking does it! I'm on deck for the win! Come and get it! Blow away! Take this! You're done! Here I go! These fists have got your name on them! Tectonic time! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Shine! I'm on Radiant light! Ultimate regeneration! All good things come to an end! Regenerate! Don't suffer in silence! I'm being interrupted!
I'm out of ammo. I'll heal you all.
Seismic rupture! Eat this!
Healing circle.
Away! Tempest!
That was probably the easiest boss fight I've done, I think. Out of every boss fight I've done in this game, that was the easiest one. And I definitely was able to actually exploit grinding for that.
This one's mine.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
Oh, really?
Take this!
How does that work? The Ohio Department is calling me. Alright, hold on a second. Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Yeah, the Ohio Department heard I was trying to move to New York, and they were just threatening my life and family so that I wouldn't do it.
Blow them away! How's that? Now I'm in the groove! Take this! Lunar Dragon! I can carve through walls!
Oh, that sounds cool, Heroes. I might have to try that out. Once you're in Ohio, you can never leave. The only way you can leave is if you go to space, and that's why there's so many Ohio astronauts.
Not today!
Not in your dreams. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Back into the fray.
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop.
See, look at him! Look at him! Did you see how fucking silly that looked? God
Come in handy
damn.
when crafting weapons.
Everything all right? It kind of looked like you wanted to get something off your chest.
Huh? Oh,
Or not, you know, whatever.
yeah. You know,
Yeah?
sorry, never mind.
All right, all right.
Stop it! Sorry. I get.
Nah, that's fine.
I'll keep that in.
That was some plot right there. Return of the Hidden Wharf on Mahavar's ship. I can't teleport. Spell table? I swear I've heard of that. Do I really gotta walk all the way down?
Say we fight that shining one.
Yeah, sure, why not? I've already got a full bonus.
This one's tough.
I've got a huge bonus right now. A massive bonus. My bonus is so big right now. I'm gonna fight the shining enemy with my massive bonus.
I never miss. This one's mine. I'll run you through. You six has got your name on them. Hey, blow them away. How's that? I'm on it. I'll finish you here and now. That's right. Demon Fang. The enemy feels hard too.
Yeah, that's what I've got the happy bottle boosts for. I drink that and it keeps my bonus going strong. I could keep my bonus going for hours, actually. Just constantly using my bonus over and over again because of the happy bottle.
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
I'm gonna get into every fucking fight.
But we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
You don't have bonus-style dysfunction, do you? No, no, no. This game just makes it hard to get a bonus. This game just tries to make it really hard for you to be able to achieve a bonus. So that's why my bonus is usually pretty low, but now my bonus is like massive because of the yeah. Hey Georgie, we were just talking about bonuses and how big they get. My bonus has been going for like a couple hours now. There he goes. That's I can't unsee it, man. I just see his silly little run cycle. It needs a little cartoon sound effect with it. I love a big thick bonus. Yeah, you do. We know you love a big thick bonus. Georgie is very, very into big thick bonuses. How? I was so far away from it.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Keep going. Looks like you came to my rescue again.
You need to be careful. With the blazing sword and with my thorns.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm on it! Swallow blade! I never miss!
Another incantation ruined.
Hear my
Can you
call!
take it? Ignite!
Blow away! I'm just getting behind you with this stuff! Fang blast! Glacial spear! Here's evil! First strike! Blow away! All city to here and now! Now you see what I can do!
I wonder how dead this guy almost is. I've been beating him up while targeting the other guy. Okay, so I'm stronger than the whole squad pretty much. That's what that means. Oh no, I think it just like auto-directed me to the one that was about to die. That's weird.
Where are you going? Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate. Go. I feel like me again. I'm on a roll now. Don't suffer in silence. Anything in armor is all mine. That's enough. Dating plasma. I'm ready. Look sharp. Lightning fire blade. Guess we don't know our own strength.
Oh, I lost my bonus right before that fight. Son of a bitch. Oh, what a waste. What a waste that fight was because I didn't have my bonus ready. Damn it. Another bonus wasted. Why can't I just jump off the side? Let me jump to my death. Let me die! Let me die! We hate to see it. Can I get a Z in chat? For Law's ankles? Thanks, guys. Also, yeah, you should always be able to just jump down and shatter bone. It's more fun that way. Yeah, dude, I played video games before. Are you kidding me? You see how far I was away from that dog? I'm not fighting this fucking thing. It's not worth it. 10 levels less than me. I ain't getting shit from this fight. Well, that was a quick run.
2 heads? That's not...
2 heads? Giving head twice? That's not even fair. Artist, what do you think about this dungeon? We were talking about this before. This is probably my favorite dungeon so far. I really like it. Even though it's very simple to navigate, which I guess isn't, you know, an awful thing, but it looks great.
Backing down.
I've used too much.
Let's cut our losses.
Oh my god. I probably could have ran through them before they loaded in.
Way.
A scream, babe. You require help.
I miss sidestepping. Sidestepping was such a high for the Tales series.
There.
Outer crust. That sounds delicious. We just had a Panda Express open by us.
It looks like that beam of light has stopped.
Then is it safe to say we've avoided oblivion for the time being?
I can still sense a faint glimmer of energy, though. It hasn't completely dispersed.
You can tell? Rinwell, your senses seem a lot sharper than before, don't they?
And you said you heard that voice, right?
I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel bad, though.
If trace amounts, however small, do remain, then it leaves us no choice. We must destroy the entire structure.
What do you suggest?
What'd you think about
Break
it,
down
Georgie?
Piece by piece?
Once that's done, what do we do then?
And did you do the answer? Or did you just
Go
do the
to
main
Lenegis.
story?
Even if we could destroy the whole wedge like he suggested, it'd only buy us time. The fact they sent this thing down tells me they're not giving up this planet without a fight.
There's also the matter of the Renis Alma. Its circumstances still have yet to be truly resolved.
But how do we even get to Lenegis?
What if we hotwire one of their starships? There's gotta be one on the planet somewhere, right?
Starships are only seen on Dana at the start and end of the Crown Contest. Otherwise, they remain on Lenegis. Believe it or not, we Renans down here aren't quite as free to come and go as one might think.
Great. Well, I'm out of ideas then. We definitely don't have the tech to build a starship. And even if we found a Renin who'd help, who knows how long that'd take.
Yeah, waiting for a starship to come down from Lenegis would probably be quicker than that.
We gotta get the Rayards.
Wait. Alphen, when you came down from Lenegis, it had to have been in a starship of your own, right?
Right. Oh, of course.
You can't be serious. That was 300 years ago. There's no way it's still gonna work.
But Alphen didn't wake up until a few years ago. That means it had to have still been functioning that whole time to keep his body preserved.
Indeed. You wouldn't happen to remember where you landed, would you?
My memories around where I parked are still a little hazy.
Where I
do know that
parked.
I woke up in Calaglia, so chances are it's still in the area. At least it's a place to start. Luckily, that realm's my old stomping ground, so I should be able to get us some help finding her.
This is it.
Yeah, as long as Lenegis stands there, there's no avoiding it.
So what's this help in Calaglia you're planning to enlist?
My buddy Nath. If anyone there knows something, I figure it's him. But first, we need to catch up.
First, we need to catch... Did you play this, Fang?
Call is Ulzebek.
Or did you watch artists play it or
That's where you
something?
first started out.
Yeah, along with my dad.
You okay? You don't look so good.
I think I'm just a little seasick, that's all.
I guess you have no intention of playing it, though?
Liar.
Huh?
Otherwise,
You
you'd hit
heard
me with
me.
the old, gonna play this
You've
later,
never
so I'm
been
gonna
good at
drop a
hiding your
lurk.
emotions, Shion.
Excuse me?
The
Just
boat
what
is
do you-
perfect for fishing.
No. You're right. I'm sorry.
Is it about Alphen?
No. Not just him.
Something you can't...
A lot
talk
of them
about?
have been pretty boring.
Rinwell,
More, I'd say at least
not like
half
the
of
rest
them
of you.
are pretty fucking
Of course
boring.
you are. No, I'm serious. Back when we first met, I think maybe then I did think we were different. But now I know that isn't true. You and I are the same.
My love for
Shion.
Tails comes from the
We're
combat.
alike in more ways than you know.
If the combat's not good, then the game usually sucks.
If any of us is different, it's me. I'm a Danon who can use magic. I may be the last. My family and I have been living in hiding as long as I can remember.
Everyone has their own pain that can be hard for other people to understand. I saw the two of you talking and thought you could use a third wheel. So, here I am. Sorry.
If anyone's the odd one out here, it's me. Believe me, You don't want to listen to my problems.
Want me to go?
I didn't say that.
I get that you must have a lot circling around that head of yours. And that's okay. Whatever's worrying you right now, you're allowed to worry about it. And you don't have to talk about it if you don't want to. I know I'm not a Renin like you, or a mage
Fucking
like
girl
Rena.
moment. Girl moment.
I'm not a sovereign.
Girl
nor
boss
a
moment.
lord. I'm just a Danon who used to be a slave.
But regardless of all that, I'm here for you, Shion.
That goes
That's
for
all
me
I do,
too.
ACU, is
We
I
all
just
want to be
chat.
there for you. Me and Hoodle and even the boys. I promise.
I'm literally always
I
just
mean-
chatting.
That is what friends are supposed to do, right?
I said this to Alphen, and now I'll say it to you. You're not alone in this.
Hey,
Thank
ACU, what's
you.
up? How are you?
Rinwell.
You know, McCrip's back. That means you gotta visit again.
And right on cue, I think I should make my way back and lie down for a bit. My battle with this ship continues.
Yeah, I better head back too. We wouldn't want the guys thinking they're in
It's Tales of Arise.
Can you imagine Law at the helm? Who knows what kind of trouble we'd get into?
Yeah, we can go to Milano's again.
Still, if that's true, then it's all the more reason I have to do this.
Time to go back to Ulzabek, baby. Why don't all the knights? This guy looks like much cooler, sleek design than these guys look ridiculous. They look like fucking NFL linebackers. They just look like big fucking football players. As I recall, you've all got fishing gear, eh? Ever thought about casting a line out in the open waters? Oh, Georgie. You son of a bitch. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Georgie. So we've got one more side quest added in Palision. Let's go grab it real quick. Why not? Why not?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Oh, hey there, Alphen. Nice to see you.
Wow.
Tilsa, did you come out from Calaglia to help out with things here? I sure did. I heard what happened. Sounds like these people had it even worse than we did. If you can believe it, they might be physically free, but a lot of them still have a long way to go mentally. So it seems. I actually have some knowledge about treating mental health issues, so I'm going to try to help them think independently while I'm here.
Thank you.
They're literally, this whole region is literally trying to become woke.
Great.
Yeah.
Don't think too deeply, just go with your gut. What's your favorite type of astral energy? Water. If you had to choose, would you rather keep a dog or a cat as a pet? A cat. What's harder for you to deal with, hot or cold weather? Definitely hot. If you could choose, would you rather live on Dana or Rena? I don't even know what Rena's like. If you kept an animal as a pet, how would you raise it? I'd attend to its needs every day. I'd let it do whatever it wants. You're like a scruffy old revolutionary. You're willing to lay down your life for the cause if that's what it comes down to. There's a lot of people who admire that spirit, but don't forget to take care of yourself too, you hear?
Wow.
I'm an old revolutionary spirit. I'm an old revolutionary spirit, guys. I'm a war hero.
I could get an examination.
Your son's name is now Law.
Well, if you say so. Let me...
That turned out good, if I do say so myself.
You know, I've always gotten that vibe from you.
What's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn. What the hell is going on?
It's jizz.
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not... Gas?
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is...
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
Calm yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too. Oh, crap. The spice is burned. Well, at least the meat's coming along nicely. All right. Now I just flip it over and then...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
Oh, Shion. Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together. I used a ton of spices, so it's got a good punch to it. Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
I'd eat it. I guess that kind of thing happens when you cook with 2 eye patches. Oh, hey. Look at that. Huh. Oh, KO prevention. All he had to do was cook chicken. Alphen might not sense any pain, but his taste buds are alive and well. In fact, his lack of pain might have simply made them stronger. KO prevention it is. Let's get some... Ooh, grape gels. Woo, sheesh. That cost some fucking money. Alright. Let's go find our spaceship. Let's go find our Saiyan space pod. Now that's what I call Super Saiyan.
Laglia. Feels like it's been ages.
And wasn't Zephyr with...
Oh, just one thing after another, and it all falls on my head too.
Alright, I'm gonna go pee while they talk.
Hey, Nath.
What?
Pee right in my
Can't you see
pants.
I'm Alphen?
You're not Alphen, you're Nate, you silly goose.
Looks like you have your hands full.
As much as ever. As if I wasn't busy enough putting down the last remnants of Renan rule. I'm up to my ears in Danan disputes. And then, to top it all off, that thing had to come crashing down from out of the sky.
Pretty sure we've heard this somewhere before.
But enough about my problems. What can I help you with?
Yeah, we're looking for an old Renan starship. You wouldn't happen to know any around these parts, would you?
A starship? What do you need one of those for?
To get to Lenegis.
Lenegis? Are you out of your damn mind?
Believe it or not, it wouldn't be the craziest thing we've done recently.
Oh, I believe it. Well, either way, I'm afraid I haven't heard anything about a starship.
Then do you have any historical records by chance?
Sure, we've got stacks of old records.
Mind if we take a look at them?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Nath.
I read through all of the records, but I only found a single line that might point to what we're looking for. It mentions a rock that shot across the sky and landed past the mountains.
Those are
The event
Hago
was recorded
shorts?
just
I don't know,
before
maybe?
the first Renan invasion.
And you think that might be the starship?
I don't know. There was nothing
have
else
a
in the records that
P-tube?
came even close.
Yeah, the P-tube was
It looked
full.
like it was someplace
I'm
called
starting to go
Burn,
back into my
but
wiener.
Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Some streamers' bladder control frightened me.
That ring any bells for
I
you?
think
Yeah, that's one of the
I did a
biggest
24-hour
volcanoes
stream
in
where I only
Japan.
went to the bathroom like
I was
once.
just there recently.
You can it's easy to hold when you like ignore it. Like when you're super into the game and you just fucking ignore it or whatever you're doing. Like it doesn't really pose a problem. You just kind of like, "Oh, man, I really got to pee right now."
Can you tell us how to get there?
I do drink a lot of water though.
The
I
old
always
Zion
have
mine
big
is out that
cups
way.
and I always drink
One
them.
of the veins we abandoned connects to the volcano. Go ahead and use that.
Gaming is more important.
But
Well,
you should be
Georgie said it,
careful.
not me.
I don't know if it has anything to do with the meteor. There's a giant Zoogle running riot in there. Never seen anything like it.
A Zoogle, huh?
Well, I turned back as soon as I caught sight of the thing, so I can't tell you much more.
If I
Just
ever
be
make
real careful.
another stream room, I'm going to under the desk install a toilet. And then I'll just you know, just under the desk, just piss in the toilet. Can't believe a little pipsqueak like you's running around with a blazing sword himself. I'm sure your old man would be proud.
All right.
Do you know that guy?
Guess.
Can't say I do. Even if I met the guy before, last time I would have seen him would have been when I was real little. No, definitely. There's also the shiwi and shit, you know? There's like a little thing you can hook up to yourself and then just piss in a bag.
Right.
I'm sure there are speedrunners out there who like have
Didn't
to
like
do
the
that.
sound of that monster Nath was talking about one bit.
Damn, I forgot all about this place. So Sandinas Ravine. That's funny. The other day I just went there. It's better than a poop sock? What the fuck?
We're going through Zion Mine to Berg.
A water bottle? Don't you mean a bottle water? Bottle water. It's a bottle water. A bottle. Actually, there is a streamer out there who told a story of how he was raiding in WoW and didn't want to let his team down, so he had diarrhea in his seat. I mean, if you're willing to clean that up, by all means, do it. I would not. Shit, I don't like to clean up my kids' poop. How do y'all not know about the poop sock? There he goes, using that word. Go ahead and tell the story. I want to hear it. I've never heard of it. This is too much. All right, Fang. We'll see you later. Come back in like maybe 5 minutes, and we'll talk about the pony jar instead.
And also the first time we touched, as I recall.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
So this path is supposed to take us out to Berg Volcano?
We're not gonna see any lava burst out in front of us or anything, are we?
Don't get so paranoid you let a rock fall on your head.
Oh, we're so close to the end of the game! There's always a volcano at the end of the games! It's either at the very beginning or at the very end! There was like a middle ground. They're like right in the middle of the series. They switched to having the volcano at the end. I feel like trying to poop in a sock would take more effort than just getting up and going to the toilet, because you'd have to like hold the sock open.
We need to find
Man, look at that frame rate over there.
and fast.
Huh.
Yay. Whoa!
You can make plants grow instantly? What if we use this for fruits and vegetables?
I'd rather not be our party's fertilizer. Thank you very much.
Why not, dude? That sounds fucking cool. Has anyone here ever pooped in a sock? You know what? Oh, scratch that. Have you ever seen the one, there's like this picture of like, how do you do it? And there's like a guy pooping in the shower, and he like poops in the shower, and he like either stomps it down the drain or throws it in the toilet. Has anyone ever shit in the shower?
Have some water.
Oh, the waffle
Just make
stomp.
sure you don't drink too much.
I have never, ever shit in a shower, ever.
You want some too, Shion?
I would just get out and sit on the toilet if I had to go that bad.
Out of our way.
Carve through them! Are those rocks that can't get out of sight? Rising water!
Not my watch.
Aim for the weak spot. Eat dirt! I'm ready! Blow away! Hey! Blow them away!
My fists are crushing it out there.
Wow, I'm so glad I never went to college. What the fuck, dude? You got children growing out of the goddamn drains. There's like something grabs your foot while you're in the shower. It's like, Dada! Dada! Ah!
An opponent like this should be easy. I'll take you all on.
You have to get into the front area on their back.
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Blow away! Take this away! With no armor to stop me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Bloody hell!
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaint here! Coming through! Ha! Mount! Scarlet Inferno!
A homunculus. Fuck, dude. We could make a TV show about that. Just some homunculus that gains sentience, and then just the misadventures of this thing trying to learn how to live life.
Armor won't save you!
Freeze laser.
See what happened there as you crossed me. Hey! Blow them away! How's that? I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Sonic thrust! Demon's descent! Flashing fang!
That must be awful, dude.
Really make weapons with this?
Like, doing that in a shower, or even just, like, doing it in a shower, like, with another person. It sucks, dude. Shower sex is awful. Water is just not where it's at in terms of lubricant. Oh, I got a Supreme Guard, which I'm guessing is him. No? Hmm.
Yet grows.
Rock Armadillo. Rock me, Armadillo.
I'm in your deck, Doki.
Then tonight's meal is on you.
Where are you going?
If it curls up, time to get out of the way. Scattering up pieces! Attack time! Blow away! Fall back in their defenses! sharp. Lightning tiger blade.
You guys are silly. You guys are silly billies, and I don't know how to feel about you right now.
Kumamoto's in a bright and shiny mood.
Great. Now I'm hurt and dirty.
Ah, shit.
Out of our way.
That's enough. Throw away. Eat this. Throw away.
It's a duel of the arts. Hammy, flame of fury.
Burning. I can carve through armor. Flying free. Why can't they just sit still?
See on the end, and you take care of them too.
No sooner said than done.
Come one, come all.
See, that's like the best part right there, is when they all start just shouting like 5 sentences over each other. That shit's so funny.
You see what happened there as you crossed me? You've done that. That screams bathed in blood. Rending you blood your own. Dust to dust. Tectonic Plasmite. Crumble.
This one's mine.
Rending you up. Now finish. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Magna ray.
Too slow. I'll fix you. Take this. Face blast.
I'm all stuffed up.
Go away.
You mean the voice actors, or like just like the game directors?
I'll stop your movement.
I think that's probably what they were going for. The characters. What if you were in a party? Let's say it's me, you, Georgie, Artist. We're all in a party. Artist is the black mage. Georgie's the white mage. I'm like the fighter, class, and you're like the swordsman. You don't think you'd try to like do flashier moves over everybody else? I didn't even skip anything. That's exactly what that cutscene was.
Most definitely. Though I won't make any promises.
Which one is it?
Once again. Oh, okay, never mind. It's not even that good. I like them shouting their moves. That doesn't bother me. Them shouting their moves doesn't bother me. It's when they have the conversations. That's really annoying. When they're like, if it's in the sky, it's mine! Ah, this guy's charging us. That's what my shield's for. Just like the little banter between them is super annoying. I miss the after fight. You're a hack. What does he say? How does it go? You're weak. You're a hack. You're whack. Come on, we need that back. That's an herb down there. Do I want... Oh, shit! Guess I have no choice. I mean, fair. I'm supposed to try to look as badass as possible. Like, I'm over here. Artist is casting his move. He's like... He's casting Indignation. He's doing the whole chant. He's just doing the whole chant, like, kind of quietly, because he doesn't have to do it that loud, and he's not trying to draw attention to himself. Meanwhile, AJ's like... Black Abysmal Hole! Create a void in time and space! Abyssal Sword! And then Artist is just over here like, Indignation. And like, AJ's move is just this like tiny little cut of like darkness, and then meanwhile, Artist has like a giant fucking holy lightning pillar come down. Waffle stop? What did Waffle do? What actually happens is I try to spin my sword and drop it. Waffle stomp! The enemy shits on the ground, he steps on it. I do like 10 damage and Artist kills everything in one hit.
one deadly strike, just as ordered.
Yeah, these battles are fucking not worth it. 200 experience? It's just a waste of time. I'm gonna skip the rest of them. I'm gonna run away from the rest of them. If you were in a video game and you had to choose a class, what class would you be? I would, if it's available, I'd be a thief. Thief, assassin, one of those two. Whatever is the highest, agility stats. Sword fighter mage. So I was right? Did I guess everyone's class right?
Crazy to see rocks melt before our eyes.
Watch where you're going, everyone. If you fall, there'll be nothing left of you.
Exactly. So don't try.
I didn't know you had that sort of trick up your sleeve, Dopeline. I would have figured rocks and plants.
Absolute. Ooh. We want the truth. Give us the absolute. I guess we were all pretty obvious. I would like to be a mage too. Got it. Damn. I guess and Fang would also just be a support character, right? Fang would just be a call-in support character. Right, Fang? Unless Fang's still gone because of poop sock. Fang would be like Krillin. Senzu bean! Oh, hey, boss fight. Longsword? What the fuck? I'm sorry, AJ? What?
What the hell is that thing?
Probably that monster Nath warned us about, if I had to guess.
Do you think this might have been where one of those lights that shot out of the wedge landed?
But why this location? If the purpose of the wedge is to harvest Dana's astral energy.
We can figure that out later. If that thing gets into town, it's going to cause chaos. We need to take it down and move on. Let's go!
Big boss, 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 big boss. Efreet!
Tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Here it comes! Focus!
On your toes, everyone.
Suddenly turning tail doesn't seem so ridiculous.
Why? Are you scared?
Me? Are you?
Do you even have to ask? Of course I'm scared.
I can't even punch.
Before we become that thing's lunch.
It's summoning Dougal?
Take care of them while keeping an eye on it.
Coming here! I'll run you through!
Nah, Ifrit's old, dude. Ifrit's old news. Efreet is the new shit. That's the new lore. Everyone else can have the same name, just not Ifrit.
Now leave it to you! I'm like bait to them.
Where are you going?
Burn! Come and get it! Denied!
Not on my watch.
Prepare to be steamed!
Back into the fray.
In a vine? I can carve
So I was fighting Sylph. Sylph is another monster you can fight, and I fought Undini.
Be careful not to overdo it.
And the Sylph fight was a lot like this. He was Sylph was like a big fucking bird that I couldn't fight. It just kept summoning shit. I couldn't get far in that fight, so I had no idea how I was supposed to damage it, because it just like summoned like 4 sets of birds I had to fight in like increasing difficulty.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off.
And like when I would fight him, the problem was the camera wouldn't look at big guy, so I would just get hit in the back with shit, and I had to keep turning the camera myself, which was really fucking irritating.
I'm out of ammo. Back into the front. Where are you going?
Shattering Hell! Ethan! Attack time!
Lunar corruption.
Jonathan Flash! Come on, a roll now!
Radiant fire.
Demon Slayer!
Reload.
Eat this! I'll smash you!
I'm all stuffed up. Mega ray.
I'm all stopped up. Take some X-Lax, girl.
Denied!
Confiscated.
You're done!
Radiant I'm out of back into the front.
Eat this! Blow away! Ignite! I'll end you!
By the power of water.
Big blast! Swallow blade! Blow away! Destruction! Eternal devastation! Nice work! Blow away!
Here's evil.
I'll end you!
Freeze
I'm
laser.
on it! There! Go time! Finish it! Finish it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Inspiration! I can do this all day!
If it's in the sky, it's mine. Here come more.
Let's see what. Do we have anything? Reduce fire damage? I guess not.
Just have to keep fighting.
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
No complaints here! Eat this!
Here goes.
I'm ready! Hey! Blow them away! How's that? Ignite!
These guys are a little easier.
I'll stop your movement.
Not as much health on these bastards. Whoop, 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 whoop.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
Nope, that isn't silly. Oh, now I'm real mad.
I'll heal you all.
First strike! That's enough!
Healing surfer.
Swallow dance!
Flame of fury.
You're done! Jump on a roll now!
Damn, beat me to it.
Gotta be quick, or I'll take them all myself.
Oh, like hell you will.
Inspiration!
Nothing gets by me. Reinforcements incoming.
Not a problem.
Smash you!
Confiscated.
Glacial
I'll
spear.
end you!
Here's evil.
In a bind?
I'm on it!
Watch this!
Not today! I'll run you through!
Where are you going?
I'm on it! That's enough!
Get toasty.
Burn strike!
Right. Next one.
I'll finish you here! Already on! Can you take it?
Eat
First strike! Ha!
This one's mine.
I'll end you!
Don't mind if I do.
Eat this! I'll end you! Will they come? I'm on it! Ha! I'll end you! I'm on it! Take this!
Just die. Just die.
Too slow!
When did the whole one hit have to use a finisher thing start? Was that Vesperia that started that? Or was it no, honestly I think I know where it started, like officially. Was Kingdom Hearts. I hate that shit. That whole like you get the enemy down to their last health and you have to like set up for a specific finisher. That's so irritating. It's cool, but I've lost so many fights because of that shit. Yeah, I think, I forget, there was a point, like, because I know this game, like, really wants you to do it all the time. So, like, I'll kill a boss or a Zoogle, and I'll have to, like, go up there and actually hit them instead of letting my party member finish it. And it's like, I don't care that much, dude. Let it die. I don't want to fight it anymore.
Anything in armor is all mine. I can carve through armor. Portal blade. Now I'm in the groove. Super swallow dance. Stay still. Big blast. Here I come.
Freeze Lancer!
Coming through. Crumble.
I'll end you! Lunar Corruption!
That's enough.
Gemini Aqua!
Me asking her to heal people really does nothing. Like, I might as well just switch to her and do it my damn self.
My call!
Now, while it's reeling,
Take it down! Shoot on! Get toasty!
burn strike.
I'll bring you back from Death's Abyss.
I'm ready. It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone.
Nothing gets
Oh,
like me.
okay. Yeah, whatever.
Everyone all right?
No, I'm dead.
We won't surrender. We won't retreat. Not yet.
Whatever you do, just please stay safe.
Breath of life. Heal my weary supposed to take on something so big?
I'll handle it. Just watch and learn. That's enough.
Oh, it's a story cutscene thing?
Go back down.
That was it? It was just a couple waves and then you just kill it in one shot? That's so unsatisfying. Wow. That sucked.
Everyone okay?
Efreet just got
so.
bitch slapped back into the volcano.
That thing
Like,
scared the
one of the strongest, like, just known summon spirits. Always the one, I have no words. It's just fucking, just got smacked down.
Yeah.
Oh, you killed some of my
Wasn't like the one
cronies.
that Almadrius
And then Alphen's like, alright, I guess I'll
Elemental
beat him.
astral energy
I'll beat him
barriers
now.
Was out of this world. It was like fighting a lord.
I guess it's safe to assume that if it came out of the...
What the fuck did she just say? What did she just say that was like fighting a lord? Renwell, you bitch. I don't think you know what it means to fight a lord. Were you even in our party when we fought the lightning guy?
ledge, it must have played some part in helping harvest astral energy. But what?
Perhaps a living spirit vessel? It's plausible, given the location. Or it may be part of a new force dispatched to regain control of Dana.
If we assume that monster was one of the 4 beams of light, we must have prevented something from taking place here.
I'd like to think so.
Wait, 4 beams of light? Do I have to defeat the summon spirits? Does that mean I have to find Gnome and beat Sylph, actually?
Knowing how much grief it gave us. But at least with that out of the way, we can keep moving forward now.
Or is it just like hinting
Let's
that
go.
they exist? I don't know where Gnome is, but I did beat Undine. The key to a certain door in Calaglia. Huh? Secret door in Calaglia? Don't mind if I do. I guess we're going to Calaglia after this.
Gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
They're optional? Aw, that's a shame. That would have been cool if it was like, you gotta get the summon spirits. You know, a little throwback. You have to obtain the summon spirits. They're like a fucking rock from their chest or some shit to be able to open the door to Lenegus. So you could power the Rayards.
Hey, is that it over there?
Sir? Who the fuck are you selling to up here? Hey! So we're still at 10 orange gel. Let's back at 10 of those. Sapphire mail. Garbage. I mean, he could at least have a table or a booth. Just standing by the side of the road without even a chair has gotta suck. Well, he's at the top of a volcano. Standing by nothing but a giant fucking spaceship. Oh, wait, there's something over there. You see that? What is that? Do you see that? Oh, it's a campfire. Oh, we can sing the campfire song. Guys, are you ready? C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. And if you think we can't sing it faster, you're wrong. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song. C-A-M-P-F-I-R-E-S-O-N-G song.
No, but I have seen this starship before. This is it. This is the ship I traveled in when I escaped from Lenegis.
Three centuries later, and it's no worse for wear. I'll take a look at the internals.
Things Dohalim, or that's things Georgie wishes Dohalim would say to him.
After all this time.
The past meets the present. I really am from a different time and place.
Yeah, but you've got us now, Alphen.
He's gonna die.
Not only that, but you've helped out so many people too.
His body's not gonna be able to hold
Law's
up for a
right.
couple of years, and then
Ringwell
he's just
too.
gonna age
You're one of us
super
now.
quick and die.
No more carrying the weight of history on your shoulders. You're a part of this world.
Right. Thanks, you guys.
How's it look?
It should fly. All internal systems seem to be operating. However,
How much time are we talking here?
starship mechanics are not what I'd call my forte, so I'd rather not hazard a guess.
So we've just got to sit around here and wait? I'm terrible at waiting.
Good idea. Who knows when we'll be back from Lenegis once we leave. We should prepare ourselves for every possible scenario.
Let's try not to stay away too long.
Either we race ahead, or we take due precaution to ensure we have no regrets.
Works for me.
We're gonna go see what the secret key goes to, obviously. Alright, so we've got a travel point here. This castle? Oh, you know what? Now that I think about it, I remember there being a locked door. Somewhere. I don't remember where exactly. What is this? The fuck is that? Do you think the key is going to be worth it? Absolutely fucking not. I think it's in here, right? Because that's the castle. Let's do it. Let's see. Stronghold of Lord Balsac. Alright, Lord Balsac. Show us your dirty, sacky secrets. Oh, did you see that? It was 55 CP. So that means that the hazards scale with how much CP you have. They're not predetermined for the area. That hurts. That hurts my feelings. I think... Are there no enemies here anymore? I guess there are no enemies anymore. Shion's curse, so called after... Okay. Nothing here. Let's go to the 3rd floor. Probably a big monster up here or something. Is it the 4th floor? I'm so confused. I thought it was the 3rd floor. Hey, look at that. Let's go fight that thing. What is this? Okay, so that takes us... I want to go fight the shiny guy over there. It's probably going to be way too fucking strong. Whatever it is.
You think we can take that, Zoogle?
If you're gonna fight it, I'll cover you.
Oh. Oh, we're gonna destroy this thing.
If you know what's good for you. I'm ready. Look sharp. Lightning fireball. Anything in order. Finish it.
Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Nice.
Those bombs of yours are amazing.
That guy wasn't tied to a subquest at all.
Send them
That's
flying.
weird. Rest in peace, fucking bozo. So where's the key? Where's the key? Where's the key? Secret key. The key to a certain door in Calaglia. Simply beholding... Oh! To a certain door. So it doesn't even... it's just somewhere. I thought it said Calaglia Castle. Guess we just look around until we see a question mark area. Here. So I need to go to the Gates of Fire or Glanamede Castle. I think just outside the castle. So is it this way?
Finally.
Okay, yeah, it's out here.
Open space again.
What do you think's in there? Like, is it like his hentai collection? All of his fire shit? Because he's a fire guy? I hope we find a diary. Like Bowser's diary in Paper Mario.
Why ask me when you can just open it and find out?
Truth. Start quest into the grotto. I feel like there's gonna be a giant monster, maybe? Oh, so many choices. So many things could be in here. Fanfic of him and Alphen. What is this? Some kind of bath? Did I find the bathhouse? A treasury? It looks like something Balseph had built. Looks like we're getting our bathhouse scene. It's literally just treasure. There has to be a guardian. What are those?
Right.
I think they're sausages. Actually, they're wieners. It was smut. Kisara, could you make something with these things? Sure, I could do that late. Now! Alright.
Oh.
Well, someone was living well. I can't believe Balseph was hoarding something so delicious. How despicable. Another reason things have got to change. Anyway, we should open this place to everyone.
Wow.
I don't know that I've ever seen her so fired up. Especially over fucking sausages. Actually, they're wieners. She's excited over wieners. We got the wiener recipe, guys.
Nice one,
sheep meat,
Personally, I prefer bologna.
pork, royal cape,
This looks nice and tough.
witch dress, omega. I have so many omega elixirs now. Ooh, that's good. That's good. And I think that's it, unless there are more side quests now. Nope, no other side quests. Back to the volcano. I mean, I'm a wiener man as much as the next wiener man, but man,
Made it.
she's really man over those wieners, dude. How perfect was it that there was an already lit campfire and just enough seats for everybody in the party? Isn't that suspicious, guys?
Funny, isn't it?
What is?
The wiener thing. I can't stop laughing
All
about it.
this. When we first started this thing, did you ever imagine we'd be going to Lenegus? After all, this is the sort of thing I was rebelling against when I ran away from home, right?
I'm sure Zephyr would be proud if he knew what his son was doing right now.
And a little shocked, too.
We're defying the order of things that have persisted for 300 years. Deep down, I knew our journey would lead to confronting Lenegus.
Yeah, you maybe, but you're a Renan. The rest of us can barely even picture what it means to leave Dana.
No offense to Shion and Dohalim, but it's worth remembering we're heading into enemy territory.
No offense taken.
I will
And this is no
pee in
picnic
your
for me
bed
either.
now. I
Remember,
pee in
our
bed.
aim is to ensure that both Lenegus and the Renan homeworld leave Dana
Hi,
alone
Rico.
for good.
I think so, yeah. I think I
don't
am
think
winning.
We'll be able to avoid a fight.
Is there no way we can talk them into leaving us alone?
The people of Lenegus?
That is Rico's voice clip, yeah.
I mean, we found a way to make it work with Shion and Dohalim, right? And it's not just us. If places like Menancia can do it, then why can't we?
Because there are still many
I like how he always
mankind
uses
who believe
monkey
it was right
emojis,
and
too.
Natural that Rena reigns over Dana. There are those on
Yeah,
Lenegus
Rico,
who have never
we're
stepped foot on
beating
Dana. I doubt whether they even
racism.
listen to Dana.
We're destroying racism.
Look, none of us want
One
to
Tails
fight,
game at a time.
but these are the same people who fired that wedge down on Dana. What happens next is on them.
Right. We're not going to sit back and wait for them to oppress us again.
Right.
Don't forget, there's also a good chance the Red Woman is somewhere on Lenegus. And wherever she is...
Yeah, if you think about it, everything they say
Arthur
sounds so
and
racist.
too.
Tails loves to fight against racism. I don't know why it have to be
That's
so
right.
oppressive to
If we
racists.
can
What
take
did
her back,
racists ever
then
do?
Shion can finally get rid of her thorns.
I don't know, man. Tails loves to defeat racism, I guess. Well, I mean,
Shion?
you know, it's just slavery. You know? Get over it. Just fucking whatever, man. Just continue to be slaves for the rest of your lives. And put out the damn fire. Are racists the most oppressed people?
Where? Shion?
Damn, Shion's not on her box. Guys, everyone else is on their box. Shion isn't on her box. Where could she be? How could she leave her own box? I can't believe every one of them fell asleep sitting up. That's crazy. That's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Where'd Shion go? How could she just go off on her own?
Are they? Yeah.
I need something to eat.
I want to see if
She's not over there.
Kisara's asleep.
Where did she
I
run
can't
off?
tell. If she's sleeping like that, that's nuts.
She's not over there. Where did she run off to? Shion.
She's by the ship. Why don't they just lay down? Surely that's more comfortable than sitting down. They fall asleep sitting up on a crate.
Shion. Shion. It's your thorns?
Oh no, she's thorny! Guys, she's getting thorny! We've got to use our bonus! I will pee-pee in ship! Ha-ha! Pee-pee!
Looked like you used your maiden powers to suppress your thorns. You can really do that?
Stay out of my way.
Oh, she's leaving.
Second. Are you planning to go alone?
Shut up!
Why would you do this?
I told you to shut up!
Is she gonna suicide herself into them with the thorns?
I won't let you.
I mean it.
I refuse to let you.
I won't tell you again. Move or I'll shoot.
If that's the case, then go ahead and shoot me!
These guys just wake up and they're like, dude, I was just having the best sleep of my life on my crate. And all I hear is you yelling, fucking shoot me? Listen, you guys really need to take your kinks somewhere else. I haven't slept on a fucking crate in years. It was my first time sleeping on a crate in such a long time. And you guys had to fucking ruin it with your kinky, weird JRPG main character bullshit. God.
Do you remember back when I was stabbed? By Rolron?
God. I wish. I wish I could just be like laying down with someone reminiscing. Man. Hey, Georgie. Remember when I got stabbed? It all started there.
Yeah. I thought for sure that he had killed you back there.
That wasn't the first time. The first time was when I was only a child. After that, no matter how often, I just couldn't die.
Couldn't die? So you're immortal? How's that even...
I believe you, Shion. But tell me how...
Right in the
How is
titties.
something like that possible?
My thorns.
My hats.
They're me, but
I
at the
wear a
same
lot of
time
hats on
not.
stream. Each one gives
They're
me
part of me.
access to a new life.
I have no idea why. But my thorns will never let me die. At least not before I'm meant to. When my thorns free themselves,
You're right, Georgie.
it will be my death. I've seen it. A darkness that swallows up everything until nothing remains. It's a vision of oblivion I can't escape. I want to believe it's all just a bad dream. But no matter what I tell myself, I know it's not.
Yeah, but you... Wait.
She's not gonna die, AJ. She's gonna do the sacrificial thing, use her thorns, die, and you miss the last step, she's gonna come back to life.
If I burn away
And then
what's
her and
inside,
Alphen are gonna live happily ever after.
then what will happen to the rest of me? Right. Either way you look at it, I'm going to die. But if I am going to die, I figure I can at least take my thorns out with me. That's what I've been after this whole time.
That's why you turned your back on your fellow Renans and chose to fight with us, isn't it? And while we
Can't they end a game with everyone dying? I think there is a game that does that.
fighting desperately to die.
I'm trying to think. There's a game I played where everyone does die in the end, but you save the world.
But then I met
Fuck.
you.
I can't remember what it was called.
Before I knew it, I didn't want to die anymore.
Halo Reach? Well, not Halo Reach.
Don't lose hope yet.
I mean, I guess the Call of Duty games, usually a lot of people die in those.
It's pointless.
Why?
Because the darkness won't just consume me. The truth is, it will consume all of existence as well. It was only a suspicion at first, but ever since the Red Woman triggered my maiden powers, I've been more certain than ever before. It was then that I finally came to realize my powers were holding my thorns in check the entire time. But they don't anymore. Not since Lenegis, when the wedge fell. Every day, I feel the thorn's power growing stronger inside of me. Pretty soon, I won't be able to hold them back anymore. And when that happens,
They will consume all existence.
And that's why you wanted to leave by yourself.
I can confirm,
You planned
everyone doesn't die
to
at the end
climb
of
Renis alone on
Alundra.
your own and sacrifice yourself to stop the thorns.
But that's too much. It's way too much.
when this all began, I didn't care what happened to me or anyone else. And what happened to the Renans or the Danans didn't matter to me at all. I know I have to die, but I don't want to. Not now that I have this. I wish we had never met. Then I wouldn't have to feel this way.
Living for the sake of dying is no better than being a slave. How can you endure this?
Alphen,
It's not fair. I don't care what anybody says. I won't let it happen. We can fight this. Fight until the end together. Isn't that what you said to me before?
even if
Alundra's really fucking hard, dude. Alundra's one of the toughest games I've ever played. Not just because the game itself is hard, but because it's hard to figure out where the fuck to go. Like, play it with a guide. That's my only advice to you, my man.
It's your decision, ultimately. But if you decide not to fight fate, I will. Even if I have to do it alone.
No, you won't be alone. I'll fight as well.
He's like, but I ain't touching that bitch.
Count me in as well. I
Fang,
wanna
you
be a
just
force
said
for
you
good,
never played
not
Alundra.
And me too. I meant it with all of my heart when I told you before. Neither of you are alone in this at all.
It's neither, not neither.
You guys.
And I, for one, don't believe this venture is without hope. Shion is the descendant of a maiden from 300 years ago. Given the circumstances, it seems very likely that those events have some connection to Earth.
Oh, God.
true
The main
nature of
theme?
which I imagine we will discover as we make our way to Lenegis and uncover the truth of what's unfolding here.
I take it you mean we might find a way to get rid of her thorns?
Yeah, Fang just lies. Fang's just a liar, and she swears a lot.
Though I suspect the nature
What
of
if
this
someone
is
said,
something
actually, count me out? There's a lot of things. Jorky's a lot of things.
So be it.
And fucking right as I can't think of a game where that happened. Hey, Jorky. I can't think of a game where that happened, but I know that happened in fucking, JoJo. In JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, was it part 5?
No matter what happens
Uh,
from now on,
With Giorno?
right here with
The one guy was like, nah, fuck this, I'm out. They were all like, let's go fight the final boss. And he was like, no.
you. You are not alone.
That was really just them writing him out of the story because he was too strong. But he said, I'm good.
You guys. You're all so stubborn. Thank you, everyone.
Keep the flame alive! Yes, it would.
For right now, and a little while longer, I just want to hold on to this dream. And most of all, more than anything else, I want to be with all of you. So let's go. On to Lenegis.
Our little band of misfits. Hey, hold on to this meme for me. Seems to be a lot cooler with context of the story. Too bad I can't speak Japanese. You don't need to speak Japanese, just read it. Just learn how to read it. Talk to the other party members? No. Does this game not have a snowy? No, we don't get a snowy final talk. It's just a random shit in front of a ship. That's crap. I can't read! Alright, I'm not going to talk to the first. I'm going to go talk to the last person over here, and then I'll work my way backwards. So who is the last person? Is it just those four? It is. I guess Shion's locked. Alright, we'll go to the least important character up to my favorite character. How's that? Talk to the shopkeep too? Yeah, let's see what he has to say. He can help us get back to town. Thanks, shopkeep. Most can't imagine making it past that scorching gauntlet. Least of all to come out to the other side to find this piece of heaven. Wow. Wow. Insightful. I don't even have to hear the rest. Alright, so we'll start with the worst character. Rinwell.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard? How could I?
I'll never be able to get comfortable on my crate bed again.
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close. I just figured that that was the type of person she was, you know? But
unfortunately, Rinwell and Hootle are a combo character. So, you talk to Rinwell, you're talking to Hootle. Like that's how they play it.
It turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy, knowing you were there for her.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do. If she didn't think of us as friends, I don't think she could have ever. You were a good friend to her.
Yeah, when you think, but over time. No, I think it'd be.
Rinwell.
Sorry, I spaced out. Okay, so that's the worst character. Let's talk to the second worst character.
Did you know?
Yes. I've known for a long time, Law. I've known for a long time.
You mean about Shion?
Yeah, I didn't have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined. It's like a completely different world was spinning around me and I couldn't even see it.
You and me both. I mean, I knew something was bothering her, but I could never.
I would have talked to
figure out what
Shion
it
after
was.
Rinwell, but she's on a hill.
But
I've
you're
talked to
the
her
one
last
who's
so we could
looking out
kiss
for
or some
her,
shit.
Aren't you?
That's what I thought.
At least you figured it.
I don't think we're out of the woods yet. But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going
And
to
I'm
stop
about to
those
break
thorns from
everything
taking
you
her,
say to
no matter
me.
what.
Yeah, with all of us together, there's nothing we can't handle. Shion, the world, we can save everyone. And I mean it when I say we, Alphen.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me
You mean the guy I talked to for like 5 minutes before he died? Yeah, I'm the expert.
on the back or tell me off?
Zephyr, I don't think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest. You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Law.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough problems to deal with, don't we? We'll need all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point. But I guess...
Yeah.
Yay. All right. It's literally in a perfect order for me to go,
How you
backwards.
holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Oh, that?
Compared to what Shion's going... Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to... Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last
They
moment.
really, they do the shit.
Yeah, very funny.
They do the shit I do. So whenever there's two pronunciations of something, I will say them back and forth to piss people off. Like when I say Kakariko or Kakariko or Deku, I'll do that shit all the time. And in this game, everyone calls her Shion or Shion.
I'm being serious.
And they just go back and forth on it.
Clothes like you still have that
Mana.
mask on.
Mana.
She really needed that.
Manana.
That's what I mean when I say
I love to
save
eat
her.
bananas.
Just like you did with the rest of us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed her of the kind of everyday things we all take for...
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I have my own dreams.
Thank God her
But a
appendix
world
has never
without her,
burst.
where
She would
she
have to get
dies so
surgery
we can
for
all
that, and they wouldn't be able to
survive,
do it with the thorns.
Agreed. It's like more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
The end of the world. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth.
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened, still,
No,
we have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands. So many clues. Yet the complete picture eludes us.
So where do
Banana.
her thorns fit in then?
I like
Well,
Shion more
I
than the
imagine
next
they
guy,
must
but
sit
do we
at the
need
very
4
center of it
conversations
all.
about her? Yes, obviously.
You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember.
Right. And from that, we're able to hypothesize how vast concentrations of astral energy can be. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelegion. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
As for that, I really cannot say for certain.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there another game with thorns? Yeah, Hearts, right? Was it Tales of Hearts? Like they ended up going to the moon or some shit because like it was either Hearts or Innocence. I think it was Hearts because the storybook thing. The thorns were everywhere. The sleeping princess.
Goals still remain a mystery. It may be a mere fluke that her maiden powers have been able to contain it thus far.
Yeah, it was Hearts because Innocence was all
You
about
know,
the god
I've
thing.
noticed since we've met that you like figuring out riddles.
Can you blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth, especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Dohalim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say?
Right.
All right, let's go talk to the best character, obviously, Shion. Hey, hello, waifu. Hello, pink-haired waifu. Don't make me miss Gaul. We all miss Gaul.
Hey, you doing all right?
As much as I try to look like I...
You're not the only...
Hey, do you remember the first time you said I was your friend?
No? When was that? Sorry, I can't remember.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me. And I knew I would always be alone.
Always alone.
But in
Forever
that room
alone.
with Deadeye, when you called me your friend, it just shattered the wall that I'd built up around me. Because until that moment, I'd only seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day,
Well, no one can
one
cut it,
friend
dude.
became
She's got
two.
those thorns.
And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Dohalim your friend. It didn't matter that we were Renans. Then, everyone else started to call me their friend too. To think of me as their friend. I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't...
Shion.
But then, I realized... I'd only really been thinking of myself that entire time. After saying how I felt, and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that. Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care, so I'll fight. For Dana and for myself. I'll fight against my fate to preserve our future. And I'll win, come hell or high water. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I won't let the world end because of me.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you. Until the very end.
Thank you.
Remember what we learned back in Calaglia? There's no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
Everyone well rested? Then let's go.
Alright, let's go to motherfucking space, dude. It's space time.
Depart for Lenegis.
Agreed. Agreed. I do like her voice actor. She has in the screams that she does, like whenever like there's agony or stuff going on, chills.
Well, it's the
Same
moment
thing
of
with
truth.
Kisara. They're just all good voice
This
actors.
lady
Damn.
better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen,
A name? You know, I'm not sure she ever had one.
well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one.
What are we
right?
gonna name the
I
ship,
was
guys?
thinking something like
The Cum Guzzler.
Fall Knights.
Oh.
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to the skies.
I think we should call it a Rayard.
I like it. Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Not sure I'm completely convinced, but well, it's
Homunculus.
as good a name as any. From now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
Ah, whatever.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegis and make the Renans finally
Waffle
leave Dana
stomp.
alone. And then, we need to figure out the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her. Sound good? All right? Then let's go.
The SS Come and Go. Ooh. That's a good one, Rico. That would have been cool if, like, the shop guy that was standing there reveals himself to, like, be some, like, omnipotent god.
You know, I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
That Kisara's ass is that
I mean,
fat.
just look at it. The whole of existence crammed inside a
Holy shit! Do you see that? That is so much fucking land! Holy shit! That is a lot of land for one fucking planet! There's like no water! How are they alive? How is life sustainable there?
tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
Nothing like realizing how small you are to put everything into perspective. Kinda makes the differences between the Renans and the Danans feel pretty small too, huh?
Yeah, that one half is land and the other half is just water. All the land is on the one side.
How much longer until we reach Lenegis?
Amazing that in 40 hours I was able to run across that entire planet.
Familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to automatic pilot? I dare say I'll manage. I'm basically just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
They should just fuck off and find a different galaxy.
You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all.
I mean, I would.
You seem more driven
Dude,
lately.
another talk? Really? Come on. We're on the Starship Enterprise now.
We'll be going to Lenegis.
This must feel... What was life on Lenegis?
Let's just say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life. For as long as They called it treatment. But in truth, they were just
You mean...
That's right. All I was to them was a riddle to solve. They poked and prodded me, trying to day in and day out, every single day, one test after another. The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helpless.
I think X-Man Rouge had it better. 10 times better story with hurting people by touching them.
Complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse. But then they did. I started to have nightmares, visions of the coming apocalypse. Is it any wonder I lacked a cheery disposition? Unable to so much as touch another soul. Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by a... That's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something.
I'm sorry. You say it's your destiny to die so that others can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy?
That's exactly... Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the destiny stakes? How is that even right? It's that logic that's used to justify slavery. As if some of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives to save everyone else's either. If we're doing this to protect people, if we're doing this to save the world from destruction.
A world free of sacrifice. That's...
Not just me. We're in this together, remember? This fight is yours too, Xion. If we're going to win, everyone has to win. There can be no room for losers, and now I see it. The true nature of our struggle.
A victory without losers.
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
Yeah, you're right. We can do this. Together.
Yeah. Maybe we'll talk about her thorns again with Dolim.
Is something wrong?
The minute he mentions thorns, I'm powering through it.
No. I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegis? I guess even someone like you can get homesick, huh?
I am as prone to sentimentality as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegis. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions. Doesn't that frighten you?
Well, it is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it, but I can't keep running forever. The past is what it is. There's no changing that. But
I see.
Dohalim?
Forgive me. I was wrong to pry. We have more come back and speak to me when you finish.
Sweet. Okay. That was decent. Decent. Thank you. Thank you. He did kill a bunch of people. I forgot all about that. What's weird is, like, we still really don't know shit about Lenegis. Even though our main character is from Lenegis, or not from, he's Danon, but he was in Lenegis, and, like, We got that one flashback, that one time he killed everybody in that one area, and like that's it. Like nothing else really. Maybe it's in the skits. I don't know.
Hey, Alvin, listen to this. So Law and I were just talking, and
Hey, shut up!
What's got Law all flustered?
only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship too.
Hey, I just think it's, you know, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a glorified tin can. That's all.
That's a fair
It's a
fear to have.
spaceship, dummy. That's what it's supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but I think we can trust Renan technology. It got me to Dana.
Oh, that's a good point.
Hard to argue with that, seeing how you hitched a ride in one of these things.
Cool. Do we get to talk to Hootle? Is it Hootle? Oh, it's I forgot Kisara was here. My bad.
You okay?
Actually, now that you mention it, not at all. These starships are a remarkably smooth ride, all things considered. Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there,
I was just wondering what it is.
it's a healing pod. It fixes injuries and illnesses.
Just like Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, you don't say. That should definitely come in. Alphen?
No, I was just thinking back to when Naori late.
So, you're saying you got in this thing straight after escaping? Would that mean...
Yes, it sounds crazy, I know. But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep.
You don't even have to ask me. If I had the option to sleep for 300 fucking years, I'd take it.
All that time.
That's definitely quite some lie-in, all right. But still, whether you meant...
What do you mean?
With the amount of fighting we've done, we would have never made it this far without you. And not only that,
That's
but-
not true.
Alphen, can you recall back to what it is that I said to you? Back when we left Menancia?
Of course. That's why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that time, I was well aware that what I was living was a lie. But at the same time, I also felt really compelled to fulfill my... I'll always remember him fondly. But the coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now. And those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be, to be free. If I've learned anything on this journey, it's that. And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet. You should probably save your thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red Woman.
I know. But whatever we find when we get down there, I'm through looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself.
I think she was the only one who had a decent conversation. Which is funny. Because most of the time she just has nothing. Every time they say Danans, that's me too! Me fucking too!
Is everyone about ready?
It's Danimals, bro.
Before we do that, just what exactly should we expect?
Kisara has a point. Now that
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the...
Very well. First and foremost, Lenegis was the base of operations in charge of the Crown. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent society. Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an individual's astral arts carries great weight.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you mean? But astral arts are innate, right? So people's positions are fixed at birth.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence. And those lineages are
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass. Denied the right to descend to Dana even if they wanted to. Still, even the lowest rung on the Renan ladder is considered superior to being a Danan. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high.
Wait a minute. Wait. So, can only Renans use astral arts? Does that mean that She's a Renin? Is Rinwell Renin? Is that why they're a hidden society of mages? They're the lowest... Are they the lowest society of Renin? Or the lowest rung of Renin?
Up in the pecking order, right? What about you, Shion?
Come on, you've seen her skill with astral arts. You really need to ask?
Fair point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone who says what they're thinking.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
So this red woman, are we expecting to find her on Lenegis?
Glow eyes.
I would wager so.
Bro, I forgot all about the glow eyes. What is that? Their eyes glow whenever they use arts? Is that how it works?
To the Renis Alma being stolen.
If the Renis Alma is being used to exploit Dana, we need to take it back.
That red woman's got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
We're about to land. The descent could be a little bumpy, so brace yourself.
If there are clues about your thorns out there, Shion, we'll find them.
About her what? Yeah, that was so long ago. No one's mentioned that since, like, the beginning of the game. Turn around, bright eyes. Your astral arts make me fall apart.
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegis's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
They just got no fucking clue, huh?
Realizes that we're here?
We may not have received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody while we're here.
That's always what someone says when we're gonna have to fight somebody.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
There is an area of the city that is accessible only to the Sovereigns, known as the Forbidden Zone. That seems as good a place as any for us to start.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to... In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegis would have required an immense source of power.
And you think that source might have been the Renis?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations and the Renis Alma might be in the same place as last time. Possibly together with the Red Woman. Hiding something of that worth in the residential quarters would only court trouble. In which case...
It stands to reason we should be looking somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
Indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to find out. If there's even a chance you can get us in, I say we give it a shot.
Nah, she just has a red dress.
Shion's right. Who knows? We might even find a clue to her thorns while we're at it.
Thorns?
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone. Beyond that wall lies a city full of Renins. A capital city where Shion and Dohalim used to live. No less. Who knows what we'll find on the other side?
White people. More white people, probably. That's all I can imagine we're seeing. Yeah, it's white people. Damn, what a shithole. What happened? We're gonna stick out like a sore thumb, not in our tracksuits. Imagine being a citizen somewhere and you have to wear a uniform every day.
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted.
When Lenegis changed shape, it must have had an effect on the interior too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live.
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have much say in the matter. Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Avakir, I'm glad to see you're well.
Thank God.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana then?
Heard what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me. More importantly, what's happened here?
I'm really not sure. The city's foundations began to shift without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me. We're looking for the Forbidden Zone.
The Forbidden Zone? What business?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home, let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
Have you seen Faria yet?
No.
I see. Well, nothing much has changed with...
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I've no doubt of that.
You really are the same as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
That's cute. He called him Doe.
So who's Faria?
Law?
It's not Farah.
If what Avakir said is true, it would seem the people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what...
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
We need more information.
While we're at it, we can ask the...
And don't forget...
Let's leave the...
Good idea.
I shall assist.
A lot of talking.
You sure? Being a lord on Lenegis has it.
Right. Then we'll leave it to you. The Danans among us.
A lot of fucking talking. Holy shit. The game will never end if we keep going through all this talking.
What if people freak out?
Oh no, how many stars is that? Okay, 3.
I
3's
shall
not too
explain
bad.
it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look at the state of our city. Even the Zeugles have stopped heeding our commands. Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know. We have no choice but to grin and bear it. But do my eyes deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship, Dohalim of the House Ilkaris? I believed he was on...
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have returned to fulfill a special duty.
As your lordship wishes. First Lenegis mutates beyond recognition, now this unexpected visit? The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed. The Ilkaris House has produced a great many lords over the centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
Your good wishes do me an honor.
Thanks, you old fuck. Goddamn fossil. Ooh, at least they have strawberries here. A lot of shit blowing up. A lot of people dead. Yada yada. Another treasure. More strawberries. Orange gel. These guys are rich. Guess I'll heal this guy.
Everything will be okay now.
I know the big...
Your lordship.
Am I gonna be a fossil someday? No. There won't be anything left of me after I die.
I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also. Alas, when the contender I was backing failed to clinch, I witnessed the deaths of
Indeed.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red.
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember.
Yeah. What about down on Dana during the crown con?
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise.
Never mind. Forget I asked.
Cool. Riveting. Hello, last person.
Is everything okay?
Hmm? Oh, yes. I can't seem to find my way home, is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself.
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay here too long, though. A lower caste can only linger around these parts for so long before I was hoping to avoid it, but...
You mean you know another way round?
Lord Dohalim Ilkaris! But how?
Yes, strange, isn't it? If you know another route...
But of course. Please forgive me. There's a wall that sprung up ahead of here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway between the different quarters.
It's worth investing. I shall go and...
You'd really do that for me?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both...
Oh, why yes, my...
Canvass the city for information.
Doing rivet work? I don't know.
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all.
You'd think that in...
Not to this extent.
Given everything that's happened to their city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah. That one guy even said Zoogle would stop listening to him. If that's true, these people are...
Everything that happens here is attributed to the Sovereign's will. It's the way people have been conditioned. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all
The Sovereigns? There is one thing I'm still not sure about.
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lennigan.
Without the lords or anyone in the middle doing his dirty work? Isn't Rena at least... That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lennigus alone would be difficult.
The points you make are valid, though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the Sovereign's total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is... Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or crossed paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. In which case, I would imagine that... But no, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lennigus has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Is this like... There was also another Tales game where, like... I think it might have been Hearts, where, like, the other planet was dead. Or maybe that one was Innocence. I can't remember. That was... I know Eternia had that. The other planet was just, like, fucking dead and unlivable.
Assuming what I believe to be correct.
Graces and Hearts. Yeah, Graces had that too, that's right.
Eyes on the actual Renan homeworld itself. No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication? There's got to be a flow back and forth, surely.
Not if the Sovereign is imposing his will on Lennigus single-handedly. It could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena. If that's the case, can he really rule directly over Lennigus from so far away? What if something...
And then also there's Symphonia.
Right now?
I'm beginning to wonder
Tetheala
what the nature
and
of this
whatever the other
sovereign
one was
is.
called.
Alphen said he was forced into the role, right? But Sovereign is all...
Whoever wins the... Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron...
Yeah, we never see Darius Karlon, though. But it is dying. It is dying. That is why he went there.
3 centuries ago, I became the Sovereign here on Lennigus. No, not just became, I was forced to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not...
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't say for sure, but it certainly sounds like it.
But that would mean that two sovereigns would need to exist at any
Yeah,
one
the
time.
two worlds
One
thing
whose job it
is
to
right
rule.
next to racism.
And we never did see Volron's body back in Gannett. Is a new ceremony underway with Volron at its center this time? Could that be?
Wait a second. You don't think Volron and the Red Woman are working together, do you? The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma. The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else the ceremony needs. A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me.
Questions, questions, and yet more questions. Ones that it seems will remain unanswered until we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start.
Then it's decided.
One of the citizens mentioned a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. Let's go find it.
God damn it.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what... I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renin homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dan.
But Dohalim was a lord.
Only current acting lords have power. Renin society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be...
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to Alsif, Cannabelt, Almadria. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim, we know next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why to us Danins, they were just enemies we needed to open.
I know. But seeing Renins in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in their household has their share of support. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be...
Good fucking God. Woo! It's a sub-quest. I guess I don't have to do it? You think any plot reveal up until the end of the game will surprise you now? I don't know. Maybe? Nah, I really don't care. Yeah! 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 Yeah!
Balsef had it in him to care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to...
I love when you skip what they're saying and they all just make those noises.
Praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
What?
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed. Doesn't that seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danins?
This area doesn't look as...
Pardon me.
This area falls under the sole jurisdiction of House Kynaris. I must ask you to depart at once. Surely you don't claim to be ignorant of our famed house, ruled over by the esteemed Lord Almadria? If so, I urge you to listen well. In fact, I bid you to listen carefully regardless. Have you ever noticed how in the history of Lenegis, only a few women lords have emerged to compete in the crown contest? Many have theories as to why this might be, but Lord Almadria quashed the doubts of any naysayers through sheer might. In fact, not only did she usurp her father, she blah 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 blah'd.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest.
Bro, her hair ain't it. Honestly, I would have skipped like most of the spoken dialogue because of impatience. Yeah, dude, this game would be a lot shorter if I skipped a lot of stuff, but I gotta kind of know most of it, you know?
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Gannett Harrows changed so abruptly.
Didn't you
I can't move, by the way. I have to let them finish their banter, I guess.
Remember, we Renins are raised to accept everything at face value.
When you think about it, the family...
Yeah.
They must have had a lot on their shoulders.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, but their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so...
Right. It's the same reason Balsif hated my guts.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
So, Alphen, have you gained anything from all of this?
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that the Lords were all people, too. Balsif and the others, they all had their own circumstances to deal with as they went through life.
Yeah, but still.
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. So I guess what I'm trying to say is...
You're saying that they weren't bad because they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Rinwell.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
Being a Dahnan doesn't make... I think that's something we've all seen.
Shion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going...
They killed thousands of people. Did they? I don't know. I fell asleep for that. I really don't care. This should be like the hype point where we're in the place of the angels, and it's like, oh shit, you know, there's angels and shit. And I just don't care. They just keep throwing plot in my face, dude. There's only so much plot I can fit inside my asshole.
Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfrikt Milgras, the former Lord of Cyslodia, if memory serves.
So then this Han-freaked whatchamacallem, he's the current rule...
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never...
I guess over Holocom, maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign...
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been...
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelegion, it didn't look like the sort of thing. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they?
You and me both. Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then.
Yeah. Yeah, let's not chat.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that I was...
But why are you here? Wait, nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still... Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Dahnan rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You're just a coward!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having...
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest, and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions.
They couldn't have even made Dohalim like the bad guy in that situation. If they did make him the bad guy, it would have been at least a little bit more interesting. But like he literally just like, for those of you who don't know, like there was like a flashback where like they were fighting to be lords or whatever, and like the one guy attacked him and was like hell bent on beating him, and Dohalim was like reserved, and then I think like Dohalim kind of blew up with power and like accidentally killed him. Like it wasn't even like super intentional. Like they were doing, like he was just talking about how they're conditioned to think things are okay, but that wasn't okay. Like that's what they do. So
I still seek answers too. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Can I get to the cave without a fucking cutscene? How many more cutscenes am I gonna hit trying to walk into this door? Oh shit, that's a screenshot from Halo. Ooh, tofu. This futuristic, it's just blocks and boxes and cutscenes. In the future, there will be a cutscene every 5 steps.
Wow, this place is beautiful.
Yeah. It must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the...
You think? Man,
It is...
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnagan.
He was once my dearest, closest friend. Despite Faria's lower class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagan and Avakir.
Spelled Tarnagan's name wrong there.
4 people bound only
I think.
by
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where
I suppose it's...
I would have. Now, I think the idea... Besides...
Your praise does me too great an honor, and even then, it only lasted until
Yeah,
the
they
crown
did
contest
spell it
began.
wrong there.
After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to... But fate was...
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think...
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less, she would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use...
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty, instead I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after...
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression like before.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You saved me, so try not to blame yourself.
Frank as always.
I thought her name was Kisara.
Do you think he'll...
Yeah, I think so. He's got...
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult...
Sometimes just...
I hope you're right.
Alright. I gotta stop there. This is a lot to process, and I gotta go. We're going to see Disney on Ice, so we're gonna go out to eat dinner and then go see that. Her name is actually Frank. God, dude. Oh man.
I never appreciated him till recent.
That's been a whole. This past hour and a half has been crazy. Disney on Ice, at night. Yeah, we're going to see Frozen and Encanto. Frozen and Encanto. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Oh man, how close am I to finishing this bitch? Like I cannot. There can't be much left, man. We're getting the exposition dumps. There can't be that much. I mean, if they do Ice Needle at Disney on Ice, I will. Elsa might. Elsa's my girl. Let's see if there's anyone else to read. We're not gonna raid anybody today. So thanks for coming, guys. We'll what's tomorrow? I don't think I've got anything going on tomorrow. I gotta drop my daughter off and pick Aiden back up. So maybe we might play a little more of this. We're almost on the 2 years. It's almost the 2 year stream. What's that, in like 4 days? 4 days, and I've been streaming for 2 years, and we're almost done with Tales of Arise. Perfect timing, like it was meant to be. Thanks, Neb. Thanks, Georgie, AJ, Artist, Kitten Heroes, everyone else. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I see you guys tomorrow, but if not, look out for some pictures. I'll put some pictures for Disney on Ice in the Discord. Bye, Jorky. Bye, Jorky. Bye, Jorky. Bye, Jorky. 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 Bye, Jorky. Bye, Jorky. Bye, Jorky. Jorky. Choo. Ooh. All right, guys. You guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everyone.